Hi everyone, Dr. Vicky here. Sitting in my garden. I just had a massage. My husband Michael just gave me a massage, and boy did I need it. It's been tough. It's been tough, hasn't it though? And I just, as I was starting the massage, I got a message from Dan. Hi Dan. That Joe had dropped out, and he named he supported Kamala as the nominee, and hopefully that goes through because I think she's a good nominee. And it was really up in the air this whole time. And I know that many of us feel bad for Joe, but I think, Joe, I think he's a pragmatist, and I think that honestly, I, I'm blue all the way, and I would vote for Joe Biden, and I voted for him already. Um, in 2020, I'd vote for him again if he was running. But now that he's not, he actually has an opportunity to dig back into the presidency. On a certain level, I felt like this whole campaigning thing was taking away from his good works. And he's not done. He has until January, and I'm sure he's going to do plenty between now and then. And now it's in Kamala's hands and the party's hands, and we'll see what happens. But I do think I think it's going to be a blue wave. I don't think there's I don't think there's a doubt in my mind for that. And, who's ever surfing the top of that wave is going to surf into the presidency. And looks like it's going to be Kamala. Unless, of course, the Democrats have some other shenanigans that they're thinking about. But I think she's a good pick. It'll be interesting to see we're in the same position, right? We're asking who's going to be the vice president. Like, we thought we knew that, right? Going into the Democratic convention. So just like the Republican convention, we'll see, right? We'll see who Kamala selects. There's a couple of people I really like. I like Swalwell as a vice president, but they're from the same state, so there has to be something has to happen there. And like everybody, I thought Swalwell. I thought Katie Porter would be fun. And then I thought to myself, well, she's in California too. Why are all the good folk from California? Of course, we have some great politicians here from Mass. We have Ayanna Pressley, and of course, the two senators. But they're older, and they'll be fine in the Senate. They'll be doing their thing in the Senate. I thought Jamie Raskin would be a good pick, except that he did have that medical issue, and while he's healthy now, cancer is always something lurking, right? So that although I think he'd be great, and I think he'd be a great vice president, but he's real good in the House. He's making waves in the House, and we need good people in the House. So it's going to be interesting to see how this sort of precipitates out. But like I said, it's blue wave all the way anyway. So, and I know a lot of you are feeling bad for Joe, but you know what? He deserves a rest. He's not done yet. There's that part. He's not done yet. There are some things happening in August that the new moon. In fact, the new moon in August is in Leo, and it's on. I think it might be on Israel's Mars or Saturn or Pluto. So the whole Israel thing, the whole Gaza thing, is still. I think what was would have been a real detriment for him going into Chicago, because I know Chicago has a lot of people who have been protesting Gaza, just like New York. So I think that perhaps he can now work with that, on that, get back into that a little bit more deeply. Not that he hasn't been in it, but you know, all this campaigning stuff and then all this pressure from the media and from the other Democrats. You know, it's been tough on Joe, and he is old, and he deserves. He's done us well. So let's just keep sending the light, because he's not done, and this isn't over by a long shot. We still have the other side to deal with, Trump and J.D. Vance, the hillbilly, and the con artist. So that sounds like a vaudeville act if I've ever heard one. So, oh my goodness. So we'll see. We'll see. It looks like our first female president. I'll be happy to see it. And yeah, exciting. The other day when I saw the snake, it did say there was going to be change, and there was indication at the end of that reading that there was going to be a whole new beginning, something that hadn't happened before. And let me tell you, a black woman running for president hasn't happened before, and certainly a black woman winning her run for president hadn't happened before. And let's just keep sending out the light and calming down. I know there's going to be some grief, there's going to be some mourning, but you know, Joe's been a good example of getting over your grief and moving on and doing what needs to be done. So we're going to do what needs to be done, and God is willing, I'll be here every step of the way with you guys, with my morning stuff, and our Mystic Sisters our Mystic Sisters lives, and our moonshines and our moon shadows, and all the other little tidbits we get. I will look at Kamala's chart more closely, and I'll be looking at her numbers shortly, so keep your eyes peeled for that. So we're okay, guys. We're okay. Everything's just great. And Susan Lynn put a great video out today. I'm sure most of you have seen it. So check that out, and it'll help definitely calm you down and give you a better perspective of what's going on, which, you know, many of us readers kind of saw happening and knew why, but didn't know what was going to ultimately happen. Now that we know, we can move on from here. Yeah. All right. Take care, everyone. And I'll see you soon. Namaste.